But if I can just give you a little bit of background on Nick, because his online story is very much a success story. He was basically broke, and with his young family expanding quickly, and the third one is on the way as we speak, not being born today, but there is a third child on the way. Nick took one of the bravest and probably best decisions of his life and decided to go into business for himself. He built up that business from a customer database of 4, just 4, not 400, not 4,000, 4 people when he started, to more than 4,500 a year later, to now more than 12,000 subscribers 2 years later, all without staff, without a shop front, and without any mainstream advertising in print, radio or television. None of it. Instead, he opted to promote his business purely through social media. In the last year, he's gone from having 1 online business to 3. His ebooks and electronic products have now been downloaded thousands of times. He has just returned from New Zealand, where he was speaking to an audience in relation to social media. I have to say, if I can just put a little kicker in, when you see Nick, he is exactly what you get. He was in New Zealand talking to hairdressers. When you see his hair, I'm surprised he came back with any. I thought hairdressers would absolutely get to his hair. Today, please welcome him. I know you're going to earn a lot. There will be lots of surprises and ahas as we go through here. Please welcome Nick Bowditch.
It's pretty good. I'm glad we got that on video. You were very polite about me.
I know.
Thank you. G'day everyone. My name is Nick. I'm going to do it on the floor if that's okay. I'm not really a stand behind the lectern guy, so if everyone can see the screen, it's more important than seeing me anyway. Thank you very much for turning out at this time of the day for this presentation. This is about lunchtime for me, with the kids under 2, so I'm glad everyone else has made the effort. As Deb said, I do have 3 online businesses. I haven't been in business very long. Looking around the room, there's people who have been, I would think, in business a lot longer than me. My story started in 2008, where I decided to actually get on with it and start my own business rather than commute to Sydney from where I live on the central coast of New South Wales. 2 hours there, 2 hours back every day, which a lot of people do, and good luck to them. What didn't really agree with me, and it just made me more and more difficult to live with and be around the longer it went on. And I was working in wholesale travel in that time as a phone monkey in a 6x6 cubicle, hating life, pretty much. And the whole time, every day I went to work in the train and sitting in this cubicle, I just thought, I could do this myself. I could be doing what they were doing. They're not doing anything very high tech. They have full-page ads in Sydney newspapers, like the Herald and the Telly, and you ring up on the Monday, after you've seen it on the Saturday or Sunday, you ring up, and if anything's left, you book it. Like, it's not particularly high-tech or online or techie. But they're making millions of dollars every week. They're doing really, really well, and I learn a lot from them. But the biggest thing I learnt was, I've got to get out of here. I've got to give it a go, So some people have probably been in that similar situation. You think, oh, geez, will I, won't I? Am I going to be a horrible failure, and is it going to be, or whatever? And so the sort of spurring decision for me was, my wife and I had a discussion one day about our future, and it was decided that if I didn't quit and if I didn't start this business, there was going to be, some sort of monumental event. So that was enough for me, and I did. So I quit. I didn't go in and tell him to shove it and all that, just in case. I was very polite and backed out of the office after he'd allowed me to resign. I think he was actually pretty happy to see me go, truth be known. And we started Nick Bowditch Travel, which is a website. It's still a website. As Deb said, when you start a retail, is anyone in retail travel? Okay, good, I can say whatever I like about it. When you start a retail travel business, you probably want a database of around at least 4,000 or 5,000 people. We started with 4, none of which have travelled since. However, they were really good referrers and they were really good brand champions of mine. They were really good supporters. So that worked quite well because initially we didn't have any money either. We had about $400 in the bank between the two of us. My wife was a full-time student at the time. And about a month after we started, the global financial crisis kicked in. Also, the week after we started, after I quit my job and started this business, we found out we were having our first baby. So all of a sudden, I had to make money quickly. We didn't have any money to market, you know, to run print ads or to do anything on radio or anything like that. We just didn't have it. So how are we going to make money quickly was kind of the problem. And I did a lot of research. I'm a really nerdy researcher, as you'll find out through the morning. But the thing that kept coming back was social media marketing, right? All you have to do, apparently, is make a Facebook page. Thousands of people flock to it. They buy whatever you want because you've got the Facebook page and Bob's your uncle, right? That's not quite how it worked. In the first 4 months, if we'd had any money, we'd have gone broke twice. Fortunately, we didn't have any money, so you don't really notice it. But after that, we sort of discovered online video. And it was our saviour. Not Facebook, not Twitter, not anything else. YouTube was our saviour. And we'll talk more about that in a second. But now I've got the travel business, which is just ticking along quite nicely. We turn over about $1 million a year for the travel business now, I'm grateful to say. We have no shop front, still not shop front. We have no rent, very few overheads. We have virtual staff who we have 5 travel agents working for us around Australia, working in their jammies at home. Do a very good job. And that's it. Just ticks over nicely. We also have an affiliate sales business where we sell other people's products through the creation of websites and stuff online. And then my other business is working with small and medium-sized businesses like yours to develop strategies around online and social marketing. Okay? I'm not a social media expert. I'm not a social media guru. In fact, if anybody ever tells you that about them, you should run the other way. The reason being, how can you be an expert in something that's been around such a short time? You know, I just worry about people who say they're experts in anything. But so that's the first person you should avoid. The second person you should avoid is anyone who can tell you to the number how many Facebook friends they have. Seriously, these people need to go out and kick a footy around for a little while, I think. But anyway, so